Welcome back. My name is Ben and sometimes Dagoon. You're watching Sweat Tactics, a series that highlights some of the most OP subclass builds known to Crucible. In this video, I'll be covering the Striker Titan. This will be the last episode for Year 1 of Destiny, also known as the longest beta test in history. What? Who said that? I will, however, upload a video summarizing build setups of previous episodes for those of you that are new to the series or to Destiny. The previous episodes of this series have been more a demonstration of a particular build in action, and not a build guide, with me slowly narrating the text in the skill tree. I personally can't sit through that, at least this late in the game's life cycle, so I try to focus on what can be done with the builds instead of "This here is a lightning grenade. As the name suggests, it makes lightning. This here's a flashbang grenade. As the name suggests, it makes flashing." I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put myself or you to sleep here, so I will mainly highlight key points that make the subclass unique. First up, this build is built for armor, recovery, and agility? Question mark? What the hell is that? Okay, oh yes. I know most of us think Titans are supposed to be slow-moving tanks. I used to believe this as well. I'm a truck, I'm a train, blah blah blah, I used to say. But we can be so much more. The requirements: shed your mind of any thought that tells you to hold your ground and run. You glide, you skate, whatever you want to call it. Just go. Titans can be the fastest of all the subclasses. You can surprise so many people, including yourself, by falling off the map mainly. So, how do you do it? Step 1. Equip increased control, and get used to gliding in 3 bursts. The link on the screen will show you how. Now, some people will argue that the catapult perk is the better option here. But you actually have to come to a full stop in order to reactivate catapult once it's been activated. This means you'll have to stop running in the middle of a chase. Or worse, you can't run because there is something broken about the Titan's catapult perk, which stops you from running at all. Either way, stopping while you're running for your life is never a good idea. That's just dumb. But with increased control, you can glide forever, or until you hit a raised surface at the wrong angle and break your ankles. Number 2. Equip shoulder charge. You don't necessarily have to use this offensively, although it is a blast. You can use it simply to maneuver through the map and outpace your opponents. Here's an example where I baited a shotgunner to chase, then put myself over 2 blink jumps away in a matter of seconds. With practice, you'll begin to see maps differently. Every slope or ceiling becomes a momentum booster. You can even use this agility to juke enemies like blinkers. Now, I like sniping sometimes, so I don't use this as a blink equivalent, although it is possible to do so. My biggest regret is buying Fellwinter's Lie and wasting 3 months playing with a shotgun exclusively when I could have been sniping. If you snipers out there are tired of getting caught off guard by blinkers, this is an excellent evasive maneuver to master. Number 3. Equip Transfusion. Because if you aren't already, you will get addicted to shoulder charging, and getting a health recharge in the heat of battle is always a good thing. Number 4. Armor. The Armamentarium is probably the single best exotic piece released for the Titan thus far. It can come with a stacked discipline roll. Mine, I believe, has a $1.78. And it gives you an additional grenade while allowing you to carry more heavy and special ammo. When picking armor pieces, try and prioritize discipline and intellect over strength, because a Titan's melee is laughable unless you're using shoulder charge. If you're new to Destiny, check out this link for more information on those attributes and what they mean. I also recommend having a collection of helmets with the perk Ashes to Assets. This allows you to gain super energy from grenade kills. For gauntlets, I'd recommend a pair that increases the reload speed of your favorite weapon type. I personally use Trials of Osiris gauntlets because they can increase both primary and special weapon reload speeds, in addition to having a third perk, which I don't always care about. But if you don't have these, you may find what you're looking for from the future war cult vendor in the tower. She sells all the good stuff. She sells armor with intellect and discipline. I highly recommend getting whatever is up for sale before the Taken King arrives, because they will be refreshing their stock in about 3 weeks or so. On to the boots. For boots, anything that allows you to achieve the desired attribute allocation will work just fine. Especially because you're wearing the Armamentarium, you don't need to worry about ammo of any kind. I use Trials of Osiris boots and raid boots, which are either intellect or discipline stacked or both. Number 5. Grenades. I find myself alternating between flash nades and lightning nades depending on the playstyle of the enemy team. Flashbangs to hold them off if they are playing aggressively. Lightning to jumpstart them if they are playing campingly. Is that a word? I don't know. I almost always start the game with lightning grenades though, for those cheeky early multi-kills. Then switch to flashbang nades, because I never get tired of casually walking up to someone that just tried to kill me and punching them in the face hole. It never gets old. With the Taken King release coming up, I'm most excited about running my Titan. Not only because of how awesome the Sunbreakers look, but because of the new game types that await us. If you haven't heard, there will be a game type called Rift that involves running a spark from one end of the map to the other. If Guardians can actually retain their speed while carrying this spark, I think Titans will be huge game changers, because nothing can catch up to a Titan at max speed. We'll be the running backs of the Crucible. We'll put Ray Rice out of business. Actually, wait, here, I think you already did that. We'll put Chris Johnson out of business. Actually, wait, not enough people will get that reference. We'll put the Roadrunner out of business. If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry, there is nothing I can do for you. To those of you that have 3 Warlocks or 5 Hunters for no reason, what are you waiting for? Get your Titan on. If not, it's cool, man, you can be slow, I don't care. Anywho, this is how I run my Striker Titan. How will and or do you run yours? Type words in the gobbledygook below. God bless. Before I end though, I haven't done any research on this yet, but did you guys know that a person's subscriber count on YouTube is directly proportional to the number of times they get teabagged in the Crucible? Yeah, who knew? Not me. You bunch of freaks.